sir?
Let me start off by saying that kids should be able to go to school, go to the bus stop in the morning without any fear of gun violence, of having to run for their life in the morning. It's absolutely unacceptable that these types of incidents have happened now twice in the last week. And so I'll give you an update as to what we know at this time, and then I'll take a few questions. A young woman was walking to the bus stop with a young child this morning when shots were fired by a suspect. When LMPD officers arrived on scene, they located this woman. She was transported to University of Louisville Hospital, where she was pronounced deceased. That happened at approximately 8 a.m. at 11th and Chestnut, just near the YMCA and several school bus stops. Officers and detectives have since worked with JCPS police to identify and locate a 15-year-old suspect who we have taken into custody and is currently being interviewed by homicide detectives. I want to remind you that these are not anonymous faces of kids and gunmen. These are our kids. These are our kids in our neighborhoods and our communities that we're talking about. These are lives that are forever changed because of incidents like this, whether they are the actual victim or they experience this, they witness this. This is a traumatic event for so many people that changes neighborhoods for the worse. This is the second time in a week that we're talking about this, and it is absolutely pathetic. It is something that us as a community, we have to do more. I am very proud that we've talked over the last couple months about how homicide rates are down and violent crime rates are down. That's great, but it's obviously not where it needs to be. Any of these incidents is too many. LMPD, the community, the Metro Council, I see council members here. I appreciate you being here. We all have to do more to get this under control. Anytime we're talking about a 15-year-old suspect who has now killed a woman and done it in front of very small children, it's absolutely unacceptable, and we're not going to tolerate it. And we're going to work together as a community to make sure we solve this, and bring justice to this family, and prevent this from happening anytime in the future. Questions?
Chief, was there a connection between the victim and the suspect? Was there a confrontation?
So the question was there a confrontation or any known relationship between the victim and the suspect? That's part of the investigation that we have going on right now, and as soon as we're available, we'll make that information available to you as soon as we can confirm. I cannot hear you.
What's going to be done about the kids in the vicinity who may have witnessed this?
So the question is, what's going to be done about the kids in the vicinity who may have witnessed this? Right now, we have counselors who have come. We're working with JCPS, YMCA, the Office of Violence Prevention, and we have counselors on scene currently. And I know JCPS has counselors within their schools that'll make sure that they get with these kids and offer the support that they need to get through this tragedy. Understand, you don't get through something like this as a young person. This is something that changes you forever. So whether it's the formal support that we'll get, whether it's provided by Louisville Metro or JCPS or private institutions, these kids are forever impacted by this, and we have to recognize that, and we have to recognize that as a community that that formal support is not where it should stop, and we should continue with that. So the question was, she was walking a child to the bus stop at the time. How is the child doing? The child was not physically injured, but we are in contact with the family and trying to make sure that that family gets the services and support that they need.
Are there possibilities that the parent of the 15-year-old suspect could face charges?
The question was about the parent of the 15-year-old suspect, and that'll be part of the investigation. And if it's appropriate that this parent was somehow contributing to this level of violence that this kid was involved in, we'll make sure that that's dealt with appropriately, and we'll handle that.
Do we know approximately how many children were around this time?
The question was, do we know how many children were around at this time? I don't have an exact number on that, but it was several.
Chief, do you know where this 15-year-old is a student? Was he headed to school, or was he not going to school?
So the question is, where was he a student at? I'm not sure if he was actually a student, but we did take him into custody at Shawnee High School.
Chief, after the shooting in this area last week, were there any safety measures put in place that would prevent something like this?
So the question was about safety measures put in place since the incident last week. We had officers out here at the bus stop every morning. Today happened to be the first morning that we did not have officers at this bus stop. So this is something we'll continue to monitor. We hope that we've taken care of this particular problem. This is something we're going to work with JCPS and the Office of Violence Prevention to make sure that we're able to get ahead of these things and prevent them when we can. So the question was this connected to last week's shooting? And that's still part of the investigation, and as soon as we can confirm whether or not that is, we'll be able to give that to you. So thank you all.